But that would be an absolutely insane
would be
week of
insane.
baseball. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Blue Jays Today, where we always have something to say about the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm your host, Nicholas Playlog.
And I'm your host, Adam Peddle. And today, guys, we have to ask, what happens if there's a tie going into the postseason? We're going to talk about wild card. We're going to talk about if there's tie within the wild card, and what does this mean for the Toronto Blue Jays? Because it is close.
Yeah, it's all
in the
very
wild card race right now.
But we're going to break it down.
Yes.
We're going to simplify it.
Yes. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Click that post notification bell button to stay up to date with baseball and Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna get crazy soon.
It's gonna get absolutely nuts, dude. Yeah, I mean, this is crazy in itself that we get to make a video like this talking about it and have us included. But it is all very tight right now, coming down to the wire. The Yankees are right there. The Oakland Athletics are right there. If we go on a losing streak, we could go out. Boston's there as well. So this is a whole thing that's going on right now. Let's look at scenario number one. So I'm going to say scenario number one is we're in wild card. Boston's in wild card.
Yeah.
We have identical records. The Yankees, the Oakland Athletics, they're out. They're lost.
Sweet.
So we made it. We're in wild card. We're locked into wild card. If we have identical records, then I believe it comes down to, for home field advantage, it is head to head, right?
Yeah, head to head is the tiebreaker, and then if that's tied, which it's not going to be because I believe we actually are losing against Boston in head to head.
So let's just say that we do. That scenario happens. It's very realistic. It could happen. We're tied with Boston, identical records. Boston would have the tiebreaker against us. They've won 10 games to our 9 against them. However, if it was the Yankees in there, the Yankees somehow get in. We stay in. Boston goes on a big losing streak. They get knocked out. So now it's us and the Yankees in that wild card. We would have the advantage, and therefore we would have the home field advantage against the Yankees. If it's a tie.
If it's a tie, yeah. And that's super easy peasy.
Yeah.
That's straight up.
Easy stuff.
That's straight up. Where it gets really complicated
Yeah.
is when there's a tie for the second wild card spot.
Number 2.
Let's say Boston is way out in front ahead. They've locked it down. They got home field advantage in the wild card. Then it's us and the Yankees, and we're tied for that second wild card spot. Well, what happens? There has to be a head-to-head matchup for that second wildcard spot. Now, how to determine the home field advantage for that is the exact same way you determine the home field advantage in our last example, head-to-head records.
Which we would have.
We would have that. And I believe Oakland, we were saying, because we swept them and then we split a series before.
I think we have home field on Oakland as well.
Against that. Got to double fact check that.
If they get into it. But yeah, I mean, so it's kind of, honestly, a little bullshit that like we just don't get in because of the head-to-head. It would be a game 163, which is pretty much its own wild card to get into wild card.
Winner moves on to face the Boston Red Sox in the wild card game. Loser goes home. So like it's that would be stressful.
Yes.
That would be so stressful.
That would be very stressful, man. I don't really want that.
Oh,
scenario.
my heartstrings.
It's literally like 2 wild cards now.
2 wild card games.
You know?
Literally.
Insanity.
Now, the last example, which could be a reality based on how close this wild card is if there's a more than 2 teams tied for that second wild card spot.
So let's just paint the scenario. We're there. Yankees are tied with us, and so is the Oakland Athletics. I mean, it could happen. It's still well within the range of outcomes. Then I believe they give team designations.
Yes.
So team A, team B, team C. And it starts off that team A, let's say it's us, would play team B, which is it's just so goddamn
it's so confusing.
It's literally like a math problem right now. I'm trying to build this like wild card thing. But A plays B. Whomever wins then locks in a spot to play the winner of B and C.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they play, and then that winner would play Boston.
Or yes. Oh, they would go on to face because they would be because the winner would go on to face A in the wild card if there was 3 teams, for example, all trying to get into that second wild card spot.
So that actually means that if we all 3 teams tied,
there would be 3 teams tied. Yeah,
there's 3 teams. Boston's locked in.
A
plays B. the loser of that plays C, and then
the winner of B and C have to face A. No,
yes.
and then the winner of that then face Boston.
Exactly. Okay. So that's why there's literally that would be an additional, basically 3 games of playoff baseball. Holy right there, crap. Just to make it in to the wild card.
That's incredible.
In a 1-game series against maybe the Red Sox or whoever knows. Yeah, it's truly messed up.
That's incredible.
Like how deep this can get.
How do you do that, right? I guess you'd have to push back the schedule. You have to make some changes because that's really rare.
That would
I haven't seen it in my lifetime.
Yeah, that would definitely make things change for playoff and like when the actual wild cards are played for sure.
Yeah,
but that would be an absolutely insane week of baseball.
That would be insane.
Happened.
That would be absolutely insane.
I don't know if I could handle that.
I couldn't. Too much. If we're in it, oh my god, too much stretch.
Yeah,
too much
especially
stress.
if we lost the game of A and B.
Oh my god, now we have to win.
And then we have to win that one
B and
to
C,
then win the next one
and then win the next one.
Oh,
so we have to win 3 in a row to get into a playoff spot.
Yes.
Okay, gosh.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's too much.
Now, do we know, just to tell these people, now this whole ABC thing, how is that determined? Is that head-to-head?
That same thing. Head-to-head records, then it goes winning percentage, then it's like interdivisional records. Yeah. But usually head-to-head should figure it out right away. There is one last scenario that I just read off my page that is possible too.
Yes.
If there's a 3-way tie for all 2 spots, so 2 wild card spots. There's no first place. It's a 3-way tie. Same thing would happen. A, B, and C determined by head-to-head records. A and B would face. This one's a little bit less complicated because then the winner of A and B automatically gets a wild card spot.
Yes. And there's basically no game 3 in this scenario. You know, so
same thing. And then B, C places, and then they're both the wild card, and the winner moves on to the ALDS.
Yes.
So a little bit less complicated.
And it is a big disadvantage if you're Team C because you only get 1 chance, whereas Team A and Team B, well, you know what? I could drop number 1. I still have a second chance. So that's why the head-to-head record and all of that stuff actually does play a lot into that if a scenario of a 3-way tie would to take place.
Absolutely. Guys,
very complicated stuff.
I hope you guys understood that. Basically, when it comes down, if it does happen, we will definitely remind you guys of the scenario. You may have already heard it online, but we're definitely going to be talking about it because that is going to be intense.
I don't like we'd be going live so much that week. Gosh. I don't even know. I don't even know what I'd call that. Like game 164, like playoff for wild card game, live play-by-play.
Yeah, like we have for
no idea. Not sure, man. Not sure.
Oh my gosh. It's complicated. But so let's hope that we don't have to and we can lock down that wild card spot. Tonight we have Robbie Ray. This video is coming out way after, so hopefully we've already won a few games.
Yeah, exactly. We can just keep winning. This never needs to happen. We can just leave those Yankees, those pesky Oakland Athletics in the dust behind us, and we can do the simple 1-game wild card against presumably the Boston Red Sox. But my friends, let us know what you think in the comments down below about this whole convoluted, complicated scenario math problem that we have going on right here. You know, what do you think? What's the likelihood? If it happened, do you think that we would get through the whole situation? Fingers crossed. It doesn't. Let us know in the comments down below.
Guys, you can also check us out on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Radio Public, and Breaker. Also, check us out on our social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We're posting on there.
Pretty regularly.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe as well if you enjoyed this video. Today, Jay's our code for Monkey Knife Fight and Manscaped. Use the code to get discounts and deals. Support this channel. We really love it when we see you guys using the apps and using Manscaped.
Totally.
I got an email, so Manscaped, if you're watching, I got an email. Where are we at, man? Also, thank you and shout out to all of our Patreons. Become a Patreon. It's $3 a month, and you can come on to our show on the Wine on Wine. Shout out and thank you to all of these lovely individuals. So if you want to become a Patreon and come on the show, $3 a month. Thank you.
Yes, and thank you so much for watching.
And go Jays, go!
And go Pack, go!